Yeah, there's obviously so many defining moments, I think, across your journey that made you flip as a person on, for example, cadets, for example, your studies. So, I mean, I want to swerve it back, I guess, to the early kind of origin story of Freddie. What were you like as, a younger kid, primary school, going to high school, things like that?
Okay, so primary school. Well, I originally came from the UK.
Oh, really?
And I came from like a pretty like upper class sort of area. So I had a really, really posh accent. And so when I came to Australia, immediately outcasted,
Really?
who is this kid? Okay.
What year were you? How
Year
old were you?
4 is when I came, and they're just like, who is this kid with the British accent that really likes football? And everyone's like, okay, get a load. And also liked video games.
Yeah.
So I just hung out with 2 mates, and they're still 2 great mates to this day. And then coming into year 7, I started getting pretty big, started playing rugby, and then met a whole different bunch of boys, which are all still my mates to this day. And then year 8 and year 9, I decided I was going to be what we call in Australia an eshay. I decided that was my calling. And complete transparency. So, I decided that's it. I'm a gangster now. A kid from the North Shore sometimes has to be a gangster.
Wait, what year was that?
Year 8.
Year 8, okay,
at the back end of year 8. So I started going, all right, going to wear some TNs now. And this is also, I'm playing club rugby. And a few of the club rugby kids I used to play with, they came from out west. And they actually properly were a bit tough. And I sort of just tried to, I guess, emulate them in a way.
Yeah.
And I had a friend, a few mates from Barker.
Yeah.
And they were, I guess they were also just doing the same thing. And that was sort of just what I did. Along with a few mates from Knox, some you'd be very surprised to hear. Some who I probably should never name. But that's what we did. And then going into year 9, I had an epiphany again that boxing was the thing for me.
Oh, boxing, okay.
Which actually was one of the greatest things to happen to me. I remember watching the Tyson Fury fight.
Oh, let's go.
The first fight. And he had this amazing story coming back from everything. And I was sort of in a bit of a rut because, I was just running a sort of muck. Parents weren't very happy with me at all. And, well, then I thought boxing. Okay, I'm going to really try this. And I just, again, got fixated on it and really just honed in and taught me a lot about discipline.
Wow.
And all those sorts of things. I mean, getting punched in the face is pretty hard to do.
100%.
But if you love it, you love it. And I just loved it for a short period.
Yeah.
So that's where the sort of discipline and humility sort of could stem from. And then leading into year 10, I mean, I wasn't doing so well in footy anymore. Because I don't know. I was getting a bit more lazy. I got a girlfriend for a short period of time, so I dropped boxing. And I sort of just lost my identity a little bit.
Wow.
And that was a bit of a tough stage because, I mean, I wasn't smart and I wasn't just like a footy superstar. I was sort of only known in sort of like a bubble sort of area where it's just like you're known throughout your circles.
Yeah.
And that's sort of it. And you don't want to be that guy that just has nothing else but a reputation attached to him. So then I thought in the holidays leading into year 11, I'm like, all right, F it. Like,
wow.
This is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to go and try and smash it as much as possible. And I had no experience doing anything to do with academics. I had no idea about study techniques, had no idea what to do, but I just gave it some decent thought about how I was going to do it. And what I really thought was teachers are going to be my best friend here. Buy into those relationships, take on everything they say, listen to everything, all the advice they have to give because they are the practitioners. They are the experts.
Yeah.
And especially at a school like Knox. I mean, every bit of my success, I dedicate to Knox as a school. Many other kids are way more unfortunate than I am. And, the HSC in a lot of aspects is a pay-to-win game. I guess you do have to appreciate that sometimes, but that means you have to use the resources as much as possible. And that's what I did. And then it just happened.
Wow.
by fortune.